A number of years ago, I put together the 7 traits of successful entrepreneurs, and I came across this again, so I wanted to share it with you. Number 1, practice success before you're successful. Seeing and believing you will be successful is a critical part of success. Write out several affirmations that support your goals and read them upon rising and when going to bed every day. Here's a good format. I enjoy living like I am the author of every next moment and take initiative and action to reach and exceed my goals. I am living without fear or worry. I know my life is a reflection of how I think. Number 2, self-esteem is the key to success. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose carefully. We've talked an awful lot about self-esteem, release your brakes. There's also a mindset course that I put together just for that purpose. Number 3, schedule time for yourself. Do this first thing in the morning or the evening before, and treat this appointment with yourself as important as any other appointment. Using a tool like the Self Journal, Ivy Lee will really help. And by that I mean sit down, write down the things that you're going to do, which is going to move the needle the most, and treat it like an appointment. Say it's 7 a.m., I'm going to do whatever that task is. At 8 a.m., etc., etc. Schedule the whole day out. 4, be positive. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. The only thing more contagious than a positive attitude is a negative attitude. Lead your team from the front and never share doubts. If you don't believe you'll succeed, your team won't either. Boy, is that ever true. Number 5, perfection equals paralysis. If you wait for a perfect plan, you're waiting for something that doesn't exist. Start with the tools you have and take massive action. You'll make mistakes, but remember the words of Napoleon Hill. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Now, the seed means that you've got to do something to make it grow, right? You have to take action. Swift action has tremendous power in it. As Nike says, just do it. Number 6, focus on the few, not the many. Find a niche and become an expert in it. Being a specialist is where the magic is. Being a generalist isn't. And number 7, love yourself and trust in your abilities. People will see you most often as you see yourself. You spend a lot of time with yourself, like who you see in the mirror. Well, I hope that's helpful. It was interesting for me to go back and look at those because I hadn't seen that in a long time. And if you write those down and you review them every so often and you remember them and you act upon them, I'd encourage you to do that because you are likely to have more success than those people who do not do those things. If you are looking for ways to start conversations, whether that's with board members, financial institutions, professionals, etc., go over and grab the conversation starters. There are templates there on my website. If you want to go there directly, just go over to brucewhipple.com/free course. brucewhipple.com/free course. But go through those 7 traits of successful entrepreneurs and see how you measure up on those and where you need to improve. Start to make an action plan. Actually write it down and put a time next to it on what you're going to do to improve yourself in those areas.